Hey everybody, welcome to Franny's Square. I am so excited about today's tutorial. Today we're going to be making some crochet bags. First off, let me say, excuse me for the lighting. I cannot figure out how to do the lighting in this room, especially at night, and it is night, it's after dinner. So hopefully you can see me okay, and I'm gonna keep working on the lighting. If anybody out there has any idea about lighting and how I can light this studio, please let me know. I'm willing to take any advice at this point. Okay, so on to today's project. I don't know if you've noticed, but crochet is huge right now in fashion. And I've been looking at the things on the runways and the things on sale in the stores, especially designer crochet bags. Have you seen the bags? Have you seen how much they cost? And I keep thinking to myself, I could do that. My community could definitely do that. So today, that's what we're going to talk about. First, let me show you some of the crochet bags that are out there and pay attention to how much they cost. So this first bag by Yves Saint Laurent, $2,650. What? Next, this sachet crochet wool bag, looks like the puff stitch to me, $298. And you can buy rings for 10 bucks. Next, we have a Valentino Garavani Roman stud multicolored crochet large shoulder bag. Again, looks like a simple stitch, $3,250. Then a Coraloo crochet flap chain shoulder bag, looks like a granny square, $395. A Simon Miller crochet snap shoulder bag, $390. A Dolce & Gabbana iconic DG crochet shoulder bag, $2,995. Does look like there's some intricate work there, and I bet some of you could do it. And finally, this Daisy crochet tote bag for $245. And this was the bag that inspired me. I said, what's behind those daisies? Now, one thing I love about the designer bags is the hardware and the chains and the touch of gold or silver. And when I saw that daisy crochet bag, it looked to me like there was a clear bag behind it and the daisies were attached to the clear bag. So I went to Amazon and I searched clear bags. Who knew there were so many clear bags? Apparently, if you hear that, that's the garage door opener. I don't know what my husband's doing. I apologize. Anyway, back to Amazon. There's a bunch of clear bags, and apparently people need clear bags to get into stadiums. They're called stadium bags. So I went on and I found 3 clear bags. This clear bag, which you'll see in the beginning of the tutorial, came with leather trim and leather handles, and it was $13.99. Then I got this smaller cell phone bag or just a small crossbody bag with this gold chain and the gold clasp. I'm not sure of the price. I'll link it in the description below. One of these was $5.99. I'm not sure what the other one was, but still very inexpensive and less expensive than if I had gone and bought the hardware without the bag. So this is a different shape bag. Again, a really pretty clasp there and a thicker gold chain. And I'm really excited to come up with my designs for these 2 bags. Also, this bag, I forgot to mention, comes with all different color leather tops and handles. So you can choose the color you want, choose the yarn you want to use with it, and it's a great scrap yarn project. I hardly used any yarn for this project. And one thing I forgot to mention that I love about using these bags for making a crochet bag. A lot of times when I make a crochet bag, if I put heavy items in it, it really starts to sag. Well, when you have these clear bags, there's no sagging involved, and they are really easy to clean on the inside. So that's just an added bonus to using these bags to making your crochet bags. So before we get started, I just want to issue this challenge to my community. I would love to see what you come up with. Maybe look up some designer bags and make a dupe and send it in for Crochet and Tell. I'd love to see what you do. I know you're all so creative, probably more creative than me. All right, let's get started. For this project, I'm going to use this bag and my Anya yarn from Lion brand. I thought those went really nicely together, and a 4mm hook. Now I just want to keep this simple. I want to cover this with a crocheted piece of fabric. So I'm going to use my favorite simple stitch, which is the half double crochet. Start out by chaining just the length of the bag. So I'm basically just going to chain till I have the right length, and I'll just keep measuring it against the bag. I don't want it too long, so I'm not going to go beyond the length. Sometimes I would do that because sometimes when I crochet it'll shrink from the size of the chain, but for this I'd rather be a little bit smaller and stretch over the top than be too big. So I'm just going to keep going like this and measuring my chain right to the bag. Keep looking, and you can see already it stretches a lot, so I just don't want to make it too big. Just a little bit more. All right, let's look at that. That looks good. Now I know that I'm going to start in my third chain from the hook, which will be a little bit shorter, but that's good for me because it has a lot of stretch. So next I'm just going to go into the third chain from the hook, into the loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 on my hook, yarn over, pull through all 3, and that's it. And I'm going to do that all the way down, just like that, and keep going. It's a nice pretty stitch, and the colors in this yarn are so pretty that I don't want to take away from that with a fancy stitch. This project is so flexible. You can be creative. You can do whatever you like to make your fabric. You could do pretty shell stitches. You could do anything. You could do granny squares and attach them. Possibilities are endless. I love it. I can't wait to see what all of you do. Okay, once you get to the end of the row, then I'm just going to chain 2, turn, and head back and do a single crochet in each stitch all the way back. And I'm just going to keep repeating this until I have a piece of fabric a rectangular piece of fabric that will come from here, go around, fold over, and then go up the other side to here. This is the piece folded in half, and I just sewed it up the sides like that. Now, when you make this piece, I just want to show you, you don't want it to be too big. So I pretty much went to where it covered it. I didn't want it to be loose and hanging off. And even if I had to stretch it a little bit, that would be fine because it would stay on nicely. Then all I do is I turn this inside out. I'll sew in my ends, but I'll just show you. It's just simple half double crochets. You could use whatever you want. You could make granny squares. The possibilities are endless. I just love this project. And you get the firmness from the clear PVC. A lot of times my issue with crocheted bags is once I put something heavy in them, they're just sagging and it's, you know, it doesn't hold its form. So now all I'm going to do is put the bag into this little pocket I made, like this. And then I'm going to attach it along the edge here. Look how pretty that looks. Okay, so what I did was I got a needle and some thread that I think will go nicely with the colors here. And I'm going to come from the inside of the bag and right below the leather, I'm just going to come up through here. And pull it through. And come back through. And you can do this with whatever color thread you want, or even there are clear threads. I didn't have a clear thread on me, so I'm just going to use this. I thought it matched nicely. I'm just going to tack it on in a few spaces here. Keep going through like this. And the beautiful thing about this is I can always change out my crocheted part. So I can change the look of this bag as often as I like. You just want to do that all the way around. And I will meet you at the end. Just continue doing this. And that's it. It's all done. Look how beautiful that looks. I am so excited about this. Okay, so I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to leave them in the comments below or send them to my email address at frannysquare@gmail.com. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what you come up with and how you make these designs your own. I think this type of bag has endless possibilities. I will be making designs for the other two bags that I purchased, so stay tuned for those. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those yet. I have a lot of ideas floating in my head. In any case, thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate it. Remember to make it your own, and I'll see you soon.